All right, welcome to Engine Adventures review, off-road review of the 2020 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. So, a few quick things about this before we jump into it. It is a 2.5 liter inline 4 gas motor that powers the front wheels only. And then there's a generator connected to that, which I believe also doubles as a starter motor. And right down there is the CVT, and there's also an electric motor attached to that. And then for the rear wheels, to get this thing to be all-wheel drive, there is a two-wheel drive hybrid motor version. There's a separate electric motor there, and that battery pack is what's hanging down the lowest there. So that's how it powers this thing. Two electric motors, one front, one rear, along with a gas engine in the front. And let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so there are 3 drive modes: Sport, Normal, and Eco. And then you have your traction control, electric only mode, EV mode, and then trail mode. So we're gonna give all these a shot. So that's the rear camera, whoops. And then if I bring them up here, the front camera. And you can also do this view when you're in park. I believe you can bring this up elsewhere because, so let it do its animation here. This goes on for a minute. I'll just switch it over. This feature, so this one would be pretty good for off-roading. Let me see if I can leave this up while I'm in drive. It's just gonna zoom back out. So if I go to drive, yeah, so it goes to there. You still get the surround view, and you can zoom in on different sections of it. I don't know if you can do the sides. Nope. Anyway, so you do get the surround view still, but you can't do that one where it makes the vehicle invisible. It's always nice having surround view cameras when you're off-roading in bigger vehicles. It just makes it easier. I like the front one when you're cresting a hill and you can't see. The front camera does help with that. As you can see here in normal mode, it took a lot of wheel spin and almost full throttle in order to make it up this climb. It was able to do it. It transferred the power where it needed to go. It just took a lot of effort. There's still quite a bit of wheel spin in sport mode, but it was definitely a lot more controlled than it was in normal mode. There was, again, a lot of wheel spin in eco mode, probably the most of all the modes. It was able to transfer power, get it where it needed to be, and climb the hill. Again, it just took nearly full throttle, just like the normal mode took. It won't let me do EV mode because the hybrid battery is low. So you can see in trail mode that the wheel spin is very well controlled to the point where the wheel in the air stops spinning entirely. That means it's transferring power to the wheels that are on the ground and have traction. It did require a bit of throttle, but not full throttle like the other modes did. So that sound you hear are the electric motors working, but as you see underneath, everything is tucked up nicely and everything that hangs down is well protected. And this has to be the case because of those batteries. You can't take a hit in those batteries and cause a vehicle fire because those fires are very hard to put out. So everything is very well protected so they don't run into those issues. Alright, so I'm going to try and do this twice. There's the camera, you can kind of see what's going on up front, but what I'm really trying to show is what's powering it and how. So right now it's electric mode only. We're hitting this steeper section here. And now the gas engine is on. And it made that climb pretty well. And then let me go ahead, switch over to this mode, and you can see where the power is being sent. A little bit more to the rear than the front. We are climbing a steep hill. It knows what it's doing. We're in trail mode. You can see the camera there, and you can see which wheels are slipping and where the power is being transferred. Now the opposite wheels are slipping. Now back to the opposite again. Oh, we may have stopped it. Interesting. So gas pedal's on the floor right now. We're gonna have to give up. We'll go ahead and get some outside shots so you can see what's going on, but this screen's actually pretty functional. It shows you real time what the tires are doing. I can feel that, and now I can see it on the screen as well. While it is transferring power side to side, it just can't quite do it well enough to make this climb. Try again with a little bit more momentum, and it still gets stopped in the next big articulation spot where it's kind of lifting two wheels off the ground. In normal mode, it's just not able to do this. The off-road performance is slightly better in sport, but it is still unable to make this climb. So as you can see, eco mode struggles pretty much just the same amount as normal mode did. I'm trying to protect the drivetrain a little bit. I don't want it to roll back and grab traction and snap the CV, so I'm being a little cautious, but basically stopped in the same spot as the normal mode stopped in. So here we can see trail mode is able to completely stop the spinning wheels, but there's just not enough torque being transferred to the wheels with traction to make this climb. With the traction control off, it actually does shut the traction control completely off and lets the wheels spin freely. Alright, so here I went full throttle from the bottom of the hill, and you can see it just barely makes it there. The momentum was enough to carry it up the hill and make it to the top. Thanks for watching Engine Adventures off-road review of this 2020 Toyota Highlander. The traction control system works really well, the all-wheel drive system. It's done the best of any hybrid. I was able to make this climb with some pretty good momentum. It can't creep up it, if you can see that. I don't know if you can see, but that wheel has no weight on it, so I can rock the vehicle entirely and get that back wheel off the ground a little bit. Anyway, sorry, that was a bad shot. Anyway, this vehicle is pretty darn capable. It does suffer the same flaws as similar vehicles with CVTs that are non-hybrid. I really do think this is the best hybrid I've driven off-road. And overall, the whole rest of the vehicle is really quite nice. Toyota's done a good job on their redesign of the Highlander. It's an excellent vehicle, and like I said, off-road, it does better than most other hybrids and better than you would expect. If you liked what you saw, if there's some other vehicle you want to see, if you have questions or comments or anything you want to know about it, go ahead, comment down below, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications, and hit the thumbs up. It'll help me continue to build the channel and help me answer any questions you may have. Thanks for watching.